in the road red. Our officials Roger Ayers, Jeffrey Clark, and Tony Henderson as we are underway in Miami. And it's the Hurricanes who start with the possession. You take a look at that Miami starting five. With all the injuries, Malcolm, how do they cope? Who has to step up?
Well, it's going to start with Isaiah Wong. Right now, he leads the team. 16 points a game. His career high is 27, Jay. He's going to need a huge, I think a key number for him, Jay, turnovers. He's got to be really good taking care of the ball against this very solid Louisville D.
Right on cue, here's Wong, can't get it to go. And Jim Larrañaga was telling us that they were hoping to have Cam McCusty and Chris Likes back in the lineup, but game time decisions both ruled out. So this shorthanded Miami team who struggled in conference play, just 1-5 to start the season, trying to make something happen against a Louisville team that's undefeated in conference play. Nasir Brooks attacks the offensive glass and opens the scoring.
And that's one area where if you're Miami coming into this game, see if you can attack the post as you take a look at a beautiful putback. But Chris Mack talked about they struggled defending the post in that Wake Forest game. So if you're Miami, you want to see if you cannot settle for jumpers, try to get the ball in the paint.
It was Jalen Withers in perfect position for that follow flush. He stepped into the 5 spot for the Cardinals and has played beautifully in the absence for Malik Williams. Offensive rebound, contested 3, no good. Foul goes against Brooks. Starting 5 for Louisville. It served them well. Cardinals 7-0 when these 5 start on the floor. And it's led by one of the best backcourts in the country in David Johnson and Carlik Jones. Here's Sam Williamson, a 3, can't connect. Isaiah Wong. Pass out, wide open 3. Alani off the mark.
You can't ask for a better look if you're Miami.
Good look for David Johnson, doesn't fall, so struggling to find form early, these two teams. Just a combined 2 of 12 in the early goings here. Here's Brooks, he's got the lone 2 points for Miami. Working in Withers in the post. Too much on that one. David Johnson, pull up, pop goes begging.
Well, one of the things now with no fans, you can hear everything that's going on out on the court. Communication between the players and also communication between the refs and coaches.
Carlik Jones, pull up, pop, he's got it. Carlik Jones showing off how he's emerged as an ACC Player of the Year candidate.
Well, he is just a handful to match up against him. When we spoke with Jim Larrañaga yesterday, he said, look, in particular off of ball screens, he says he does a great job manipulating pick and roll situations, and obviously his pull-up game is lethal.
Beverly on the drive leaves it short. You know, it's one thing for Jones, who was the Big South Player of the Year at Radford, to come and be a contributor, but to be so good in a Louisville uniform playing ACC competition just shows the levels as he shows off again. Great scoop to the hoop, back-to-back buckets for Carlik Jones.
Well, he was a big-time transfer target, and obviously a lot of teams were on him, but I think a lot would be lying to say if they thought he was going to turn into the almost probably front runner or one of the top guys. Really just does a little bit of everything. The thing that really surprising for me though, Jay, is how well he rebounds. He's a guy that had a double-double against Wake Forest, and he's not a by any means a bigger guy, but does an excellent job rebounding from the guard spot.
Isaiah Wong drills a much-needed 3. They had missed 6 in a row before that one. If Miami's going to get something going, it's through number 2 in white, Isaiah Wong. Williamson for three, left it short. Up ahead, Alani, the Stony Brook transfer, darts into the lane, lays it up and in, and Miami takes the lead. Jones, great dribble there to create an opportunity before he lost the handle. And then off.
Points a game, Stephen Enoch, Ryan McMahon, Sutton. I mean, the list goes on. I don't think many people thought they would start off the way they did. The hot start in the ACC, and a big reason this guy with the ball in his hand, Carlik Jones, has been outstanding for Louisville.
And David Johnson's been pretty good too. Back to Jones, 5 on the timer, has to hurry, darts into the lane, fading away, can't connect. Beverly scoops up the rebound. Miami wants to go in transition, doesn't want this Louisville defense to settle. Quick trigger goes begging. And Jalen with, they were, a little diminished expectations with that Malik Williams injury. You combine it with the young team we were just talking about, yet Chris Mack has this fan base re-energized, re-engaged 10 games into the season. It's winning games like these on the road in the ACC that will be the challenge. Right now, Miami battling shorthanded. Nasir Brooks
was expecting them to start off as hot as they are, but here they are, and they're getting a balanced attack, and I think a big reason why their perimeter D in particular has been pretty solid at times.
Just shooting 3 of 10 from the floor, struggling in the opening 6 minutes against this Miami team. Only 6 points to show from it. Feed inside, tough pass, but it pulls off. A great find to Dre Davis, who puts it home.
That's a beautiful diagonal pass right there, almost from the top of the key. Nice little cut. And that's a tough finish over to D.
Alani puts it off the glass and in, regains the lead for the Hurricanes. Stony Brook transfer with 4 of Miami's 9. David Johnson, great hesitation, pass off, way off the mark.
Wasted a lot, but they were really efficient. They're starting off ice cold in this game.
A Miami team that's shorthanded without 4 starters from a year ago. Their freshman Earl Timberlake out as well. They got beat up badly on the road against Boston College, gave up 18 threes, the most ever allowed by a Jim Larrañaga team, but they've come out and looked really focused, really motivated against a good Louisville team. Beverly kept the play alive, and with 3 seconds on the shot clock, puts it in.
Well, Jim Larrañaga, and we're going to get into, obviously, the career wins for him, but the games that they've lost by a short margin, really, it's almost a miracle with all the guys that they've had out. So he's done some outstanding work coaching as well, too, with all the injuries.
Off the head of Wong, here's Carlik Jones in transition, right to the rack. Carlik Jones in attack mode. He's got 6 of the Cardinals' 10.
That's what concerned Larrañaga right there. Him and the open court or breaking guys down off the D. He does a great job getting into the paint and then finishing.
Alani left it short. Elijah Alani and Harlan Beverly, 2 guys that might play 35 minutes a night. They were supposed to be off the bench role players, maybe 10 minutes a night, and now being asked to step into huge roles without Chris Likes and Cameron McGusty available. Beverly splitting defenders. Harlan Beverly, a great take for 2.
Although they've struggled shooting the ball from the 3-point line, I think that's going to be the answer for Miami. Try to attack the paint, in particular in transition.
Quinn Slazinski comes up empty. Malcolm, Miami shorthanded. How have the Hurricanes, weathered this early storm? A 3-point lead against the number 16 team in the country.
Well, they were getting the ball into the paint, and then defensively, they've tested some shots versus Louisville, and Louisville really has not had any success from the perimeter.
Here's Slazinski again. Out to Jones for a three. A few days after Miami allowed 18 three-pointers, Louisville 0 for 7 from 3. Wong on the drive. Isaiah Wong, and Miami getting everything they want, just taking it right to the rack and easy layups with this first half.
And I think that's the key word. Chris Mack certainly is not happy with how easy Wong has been getting to the basket. That's twice now. That's straight line drives, and he's had some pretty high quality looks close to the rim.
This is Josh Nickelberry. His first shot goes begging. Inside Gok. That might have dropped in if he didn't assist it, but Deng Gok coming in and making sure that goes in. That's his first 2 points. Miami on a 6-0 run, and Miami team has started against the number 16 team in the country, a 7-point lead for Coach L. And we'd be remiss to not mention that he just passed John Wooden for the all-time wins list, 665 wins. And Larranaga joked with us at our coach's call, okay, if I get 10 national championships in the next 10 years, then.
For me, I'll say that again, the longevity that he has had, and not only the longevity, but the success that he's had everywhere he's gone, he has won. And for me, a big reason, player development. I go back to his early years in Miami. Shane Larkin, I mean, he turned him into one of the better players in the ACC and an NBA player. He does a nice job developing guys once he gets them in his program.
Well, we've got Luke Hancock in the ACC Network studios tonight. You'll hear him at halftime. He played, obviously, for this Louisville program, but he started his college career with Jim Larranaga at George Mason. So interested in his perspective for player development under Coach Larranaga.
My guy Luke, man, could flat out shoot it. One of the better shooters in college basketball back in the day, man. And certainly a Louisville legend as well.
Good looking shot from J.J. Traynor. That ends a 4-minute scoring drought for Louisville. Miami has been dominating inside. 7 offensive rebounds and 5 layups and a dunk. Hurricanes getting everything they want at the rim right now. Here's Gok. Out to Matt Cross. Pump fake. Can't connect. Cross does a nice job getting back on defense and turning over Carlik Jones. Wong, pull up pop, fouled and it goes. Company, an opportunity to make it an 8-point lead more than midway through this first half. Malcolm, what needs to change if you're Louisville?
A couple things. I think the energy level needs to pick up defensively, and then I think they need to start knocking down shots. They've had some open looks just like that right there. They just have been unable to convert on some of these perimeter jumpers, and then defensively, they got to do a better job protecting the paint. Early on in the first half here, Miami has gotten the ball into the paint with much resistance.
Anthony Walker picked it up in a scoop to the hoop. It's a 9-point lead for Miami, largest of the night. Louisville shooting 0 for 8 from 3. This is just after a few days ago when Miami allowed 18 three-pointers against Boston College, the most ever in Jim Larranaga's 30s.
Bill came in with some really good defensive numbers. They hold opponents to 38% field goals. Obviously, Miami's not shooting the ball that well from the perimeter, but driving the ball to the hole, they've had a lot of success early on in this game.
Walker lays it off, and Nasir Brooks hammers it home. It's a 12-2 run for Miami, Malcolm. They've made 6 of their last 8.
And credit to Miami. They're doing a nice job continuing to attack where they're having success. They're not settling for jumpers.
Dre Davis trying to end the scoring drought. It's lasted 2.5 minutes for Louisville. 5:30 to play in this first half, and a shorthanded Miami team looking really strong. Wong, pull-up jumper. It's good! Isaiah Wong, a game-high 9 points to lead Miami.
Beautiful cross, step back, right up into his jumper. Not bad, D. That's just a better offensive play right there by Isaiah Wong.
Who's going to snap Louisville out of this run? How about Carlik Jones? Almost through.
Important for all of these teams. The bench needs to create some energy right now. That Miami bench creating a lot of energy and noise.
Step back.
These coaches. As a matter of fact, all the coaches that we've called in these games where now they're dealing with obviously playing without crowds, and they say, look, it is vital and important that we bring our own energy. And it just seems like right now, starting off this game, Miami has a lot more energy than this Louisville team.
Dre Davis, who's been great defensively in his freshman. It's a scoring drought now that has lasted nearly 4 minutes for the Cardinals.
Well, the bad news is that they're 0 for 9 from the three-point line. The good news is that they're only down 13.
Davis, great pass, freshman to freshman there. Jalen Withers snaps the scoring drought for the Cardinals.
That's what they need more of. I felt like they were settling for jumpers early in the shot clock. Be a little bit more patient and then see if you can get a higher percentage shot going to the basket, because right now you're not having any success shooting threes.
Now they need a stop. Miami 4 for their last 4. That's the stop the Cardinals needed. Up to Jones, Carlik Jones, kick out. Johnson, head fake, drives the lane. David Johnson, back-to-back baskets for Louisville.
I love watching him play, and I think that's part of his progression. And Chris Mack and staff do a great job developing. That's a heads-up play. Again, don't settle for a jumper. Have the defense spread out. Use your athleticism and then get to the basket. Beautiful move by Johnson.
Beverly in traffic. Louisville starting to come alive right at the end of the first half. They've cut it to 9. Jones looking to cut it some more. Dumps into Withers, and he's
freshman to have more than at least 15 points and 12 rebounds since Purvis Ellison. Now, can you tell me what his nickname was? I got to check your knowledge on that one.
Much like myself, never nervous.
Oh, yeah, one of the all-time greats. And, you know, Coach Mack and staff are really high on doing some really positive things for Louisville.
Whenever you put yourself in company and, you know, never nervous Purvis territory, you know you're doing something right in a Louisville uniform.
One of the all-time greats and all-nickname team, but that right there, another straight line drive for Miami.
Elijah Olaniyi rocks the rim. It's a 10-point lead for the Hurricanes. That's been what the formula has been, layups and dunks for Miami. They're getting everything they want inside of this first half. Out of the Hurricanes' 13 field goals, 9 have been layups and or dunks. Carlik Jones gets a bucket back for Louisville to cut the deficit to 8. Wong working on a game-high 9. Step back jumper. Can't hit this one. Brooks flailing. Wong fouls his shot, gets his own rebound, lays it off. And the
As you take a look at him right there, one of the most explosive and dynamic guards in the country. And Isaiah Wong has had to log a lot of minutes and take on a lot of responsibility for this Miami team.
Withers, step back three. Jalen Withers showing off part of his game. 6'8" center. Big time move there for three.
And the year last year, he added about 20 pounds, and you could tell he's much stronger and much more confident. That's a beautiful step back jumper.
They say foot on the line, so it only counts for two. So Louisville still looking for their first three of the night. Olani inside, hammers it home again. 2 dunks in the last couple of minutes for the Stony Brook transfer.
And what a play by Matt Cross. Another good young player for Miami, getting a lot of minutes, all the injuries, but that's a beautiful head fake, unselfish play, and then dump off pass for a dunk.
Nickelberry contested 3 off the mark. Cardinals 0 for 10 from deep. A 9-point lead for Miami with 30 seconds left in this first half. Now Jim Players and Coaches Plus, never before seen footage and interviews. Nobody covers the ACC like we do on the ACC network. And how about this Miami performance? Up 9 with the number 16 team in the country in your house. A chance to add to it. 10 on the timer. Here's Isaiah Wong. Matt Cross tries a deep 3, and he buries it. The freshman Matt Cross closes out this first half with an emphatic 3. Jones has to hustle. 1 on the timer, no good. Layups and 4 dunks. It's a 12-point lead for Miami, and the Hurricanes start with the ball in white. The question for Jim Laranaga's crew, sitting at 1-5 in ACC play: how do you close this one out down the stretch with a ranked team in your own building? Alani steps into a 3 and drills it. The Stony Brook transfer up to 11 points, and Miami comes out firing in the second half.
Coaches talk about the first 5 minutes of the second half. If you're a team that's trailing, you have to come. We're getting in the first half.
0 for 10 from deep. And this is a Louisville team trying to keep pace with Virginia. The Cavaliers with a monster win earlier, 85-50, a statement win on the road against Clemson to improve to 5-0. Louisville now down 15, largest deficit of the game. Trying to fight back, the redshirt freshman Jalen Withers rocks the rim.
And he continues to impress. You can tell he put in the work during the offseason. Again, talked about the added muscle, and last year going up against some guys that are playing for a paycheck certainly helped.
Harlan Beverly, kick to the corner. Anthony Walker off the mark, and a foul called inside. For 4 from the floor. And it's been a little bit of feast or famine. Last 2 games, the sample size of that, he goes 16 points, 12 rebounds against Keve Aluma in a win against Virginia Tech, and then fouls out in only 8 minutes against Wake Forest. So trying to find that consistency. Running the floor, Sam Williamson, easy lay-in for 2.
Yeah, we have not called his name a lot tonight. I think he's another guy. They need to get him going. In that last game against Wake Forest, had a really solid performance, 15 points, and knocked down some 3s. So again, they're going to need his offense in the second half.
Isaiah Wong.
They only had 5 turnovers in the first half.
Here's Withers, perfect from the floor, working on Brooks. Inside to Davis, and he's fouled. Expectations with Malik Williams out. It's time to address the fact that this Louisville team can win the ACC, but on a day where Virginia beats Clemson by 35 and Louisville now struggling with Miami on the road, In these final 18 minutes, if they want to put themselves in the ACC conversation like they've started this season, they got to find a way to grind and win this game on the road.
And I'll tell you, look, the 1-5 record for Miami is deceiving.
Coming, good opportunity to remind you, Monster Slate Wednesday. It's a triple header, starts with BC and Virginia Tech, then NC State, Virginia. The nightcap is Wake Forest against North Carolina and Chapel Hill. All three games right here on the ACC Network Wednesday. Follow, flush, perfect position to slam it home, Jalen Withers. And just like that, Louisville's cut it to single digits. Inside to Brooks, looking for the answer. Great pass from Wong, and Brooks puts it home. 6-point, 10-rebound performance so far for the Cincinnati transfer.
And you can't make a better pass if you're Isaiah Wong, off the roll, and great hands for the finish.
Jalen Withers is red hot. Best player on the floor for Louisville tonight. 13 points, a perfect 6 for 6. The redshirt freshman showing shades of that Virginia Tech performance when he went 16 and 12 against Keve Aluma. That's the consistency Chris Mack demands from Withers. 5 seconds to shoot for Miami. Beverly in trouble. Passes out of the double team, throws it away. Wong keeps it alive. Did he release it before the shot clock? It won't.
They were able to finish the play off, gain possession. Again, that might have been their best defensive possession of the game.
Quiet night for David Johnson. He passes off. Beverly tried to read that feed.
Carolina, they lose by 2. Clemson, they lost by 1. And they lost by 2 to Virginia Tech. So the 1-5 record in the league really is a little deceiving based on how close these games have been. Larinaga and staff have done an excellent job keeping this together. And Chris Mack gave them high praise, and when he talked about what they are missing, and in particular Chris Lights. He called him a magician with the ball, and certainly Isaiah Wong and company have done a nice job hanging around in these games, but as you said, right now trying to pull off the upset.
Going up top, Alani can't finish. Miami's bench calling for a foul. Slazinski splits defenders, lays it up and in, and what was once a 15-point Miami lead is cut to 5. A 6-0 Louisville find a way to continue the comeback and win this game on the road.
Yeah, obviously road wins are always important, whether or not you're playing against a team like Miami who's short-handed. So, Chris Mack understands how important it is and how difficult it is to win on the road in the ACC.
Wong, tough take, can't get it to go, gets his own rebound again, puts it up and in. Second chance points, the name of the game, and Isaiah Wong delivers a big 2 there.
He just continues to impress, love his game, talked about his mid-range, but I think it's some of those hustle plays. That's a couple times now he's gone and got some loose balls and gained possession for his team.
Jalen Withers is feeling it. First 3 of the game for Louisville, and the redshirt freshman is a perfect 7 for 7 from the floor. And that 3 takes the Cardinals within 4. Wong, step back 3. He answers! Isaiah Wong up to 16 points to lead the Hurricanes.
Well, how about we just move out of the way, let Withers and Wong go one-on-one, and we'll just pull out some popcorn. These two guys are on fire right now.
As you say it, right back to Withers, his first miss. Slazinski there to score the putback. Isaiah Wong with Chris Likes and Cameron McGusty out is shouldering the load for Miami. Looking for another step back 3. Rattles in and out. It was halfway down. Great take, Dre Davis, and he's
a chance to make it 3 after this free throw. And
No, the Cardinals have already matched their first half total of 21 points. It took them less than 7 minutes to do it in this second half, playing a lot better on the offensive end. Matt Cross lost the handle. Cardinals shooting 70% in this second half. Running the floor. Davis again blocked.
Well, the one thing that was not an issue in the first half, turnovers. And that's the one thing you do not want to do against this Louisville team. Give them transition offense off of turnovers.
Wong trying to do it himself. Fouled. Catch.
Playing through contact.
Wong's 19 points for the Hurricanes and the lead back to 4. Foul called on Wong. 2 points.
I think that's a key point, Jay. You bring it up. You know, again, that backcourt coming into this one for Louisville. Jones. Really has been held in check in this one, and a big reason Isaiah Wong has done a nice job.
A heat check there from Wong goes begging. And Jones and Johnson usually combined for 30 points a game. They've only got 10 to their name. Jones adds to that tally with a nice little runner in the lane.
And that's a great body control by Jones right there. Again, he saw the defense for Miami trying to take a charge, stops on the dime, avoids any contact. Again, he is just a veteran. Great body control again.
The travel
by Chris Likes has been out, but for the season coming into this game, Miami had 132 assists to 156 turnovers. So, you know, obviously it's never good when you're averaging that many more turnovers than assists.
Davis takes some contact, leaves it short. Wong's got the hot hand, passes off. Matt Cross contested 3 and he drains it. The freshman with a hand in his fist buries a big-time triple. Dre Davis back the other way. Quick shot goes begging.
And Jay, I feel like Miami has really controlled the pace of this game. They've done a nice job when they haven't turned it over, really taking their time on offense.
Rattles in and out. Offensive rebound being fought for. Thought Miami left alone in this backcourt. The Miami team that was supposed to be loaded has just been decimated by injuries. 1-5 in ACC play, and boy, they'd love to close this one out with number 16 Louisville in town. Carlik Jones and company trying to change it. 10 on the timer, trailing by 5. Here's Dre Davis. Passing off, everything but the finish. JJ Traynor missed the dunk.
That's a missed opportunity right there. Excellent execution. Everything right except finishing the play off. And
Anthony Walker working on Davis. Out to Wong, 5 seconds to shoot. Sophomore has to hurry, pulls the trigger, and hits it! It's Isaiah Wong's night.
Well, sometimes when you get it going, it doesn't make a difference what type of defense is on you. Shot clock winding down. That's a tough contested 3.
Great answer by the Cardinals. It's only a 6-point lead. Wong has been the hero for Miami. 22 of the Hurricanes' 54.
Well, if you're Louisville, you got to start thinking about on-ball screens, trying to get the ball out of Wong's hand, maybe blitz him hard and see if he can give it up.
Risky cross-court pass, and it goes
on D and set it up.
Only 2 points tonight for David Johnson, trying to take advantage of Alani. Kick out, Nickelberry a three. Can't connect. Cardinals shooting one.
There, that's a good closeout by Miami, and again, doing an excellent job on the defensive glass. And there's your storyline right there. Louisville, 1 of 13 from the three-point line, and Miami 6 of 17.
That's a deep three from Matt Cross. Left it short. Driving the baseline on. Look ahead, Sunday, 8 o'clock. Nobody covers the ACC like we do on the ACC network. That crew was having fun at halftime. Kelsey Riggs, Jordan Cornette, and Luke Hancock. Cardinals trailing by 6. Johnson trying to change that. Can't make the three.
Well, something that won't show up, but certainly is key to defensive rebounding. Miami doing a nice job blocking out, and they're limiting Louisville to 1 possession. Doing some great work on the defensive glass.
Isaiah Wong again gets at the drop. The sophomore has 13 of Miami's last 16. Jones looking for
him, drive to the basket, step back jumpers, pull up threes. He really has been impressive throughout this game.
Wong has 24 on the night, 3 shy of a career high, and he has scored 13 of the last 16 points for Miami. Passing out of the double team. Great ball movement over the Harlan Beverly. 10 seconds to shoot. Beverly on the drive. Finds Matt Cross for a three. It's good! 3 threes for Matt Cross, and Miami leads by 9.
Oh, beautiful execution by Harlan Beverly that time to Cross.
Carlik Jones, an immediate answer for the Radford transfer. Cross this time to the rim, no good. Here's Jones, he's got 17 to lead the Cardinals. Runner does not drop it, rimmed out. Ball on the floor. Possession, AC streak on the line. Trailing by 6 with 6 to play.
I like what Louisville did on the previous possession. And right now, it looks like Jones is face guarding, not trying to let Wong get the ball back.
There, and it's the last name, Abidoye, and that's for his late mother, Ruth, who died in 2017. He asked Jim Larrañaga, can I put her last name on my back this year? He obviously said yes, and it's a great way to honor her memory. .5:30 to play. Louisville trailing by 7. They had cut it to 1 after being down by 15. Williamson a three, no good. Great rebound by Alani.
And Williamson continued to struggle again against Wake Forest. Had a solid game, 15 points. Was able to knock down threes, but tonight it has not been there in this game.
Aaron pass falls to Matt Cross. ACC pick might be the regular season ACC pick.
Yeah, it definitely was a statement win, but at the line for Miami, Cross knocks down 2 free throws, and he has just been solid for Miami all night, knocking down some threes, but I think defensively and in particular on the glass, doing a nice job for Jim Larrañaga.
Jones trying to cut into this Miami lead, and he does. 19 points for Carlik Jones, who's made the beautiful transition from Big South Player of the Year to could be ACC Player of the Year.
No doubt, he is so difficult to keep out of the lane, and great body control. He's just a veteran. Love watching him play.
Three seconds to shoot. Beverly has to hurry into the lane. Gets rid of it, does not drop. Offensive rebound. Beverly had a fresh shot clock, took the shot anyway. Another offensive rebound. That's now 12 offensive rebounds for the Hurricanes in this game. Wong hits it. Isaiah Wong, 26 points and a big bucket there. Lead back to 9.
And Jay, all set up by the hustle plays by Matt Cross. 2.
Count it, plus the foul. Can't complete the three-point play from the line, and you hate to see that. Isaiah, 4 starters from a year ago. The talented freshman Earl Timberlake is out injured as well. Trying to hold on here. Miami's lost 3 ACC games by 2 points or less, trying to close this one out. Cross thought he turned it over. Guess who's there? Isaiah Wong slams it home, and it's a career high for the sophomore.
And I guess that ankle is feeling pretty good right there. A little bit of a fortunate break for Miami. Winds up in Wong's hand, and I'd say that ankle looks pretty healthy after the dunk. Right now, 2:44 to go to pull off the upset.
Louisville goes to a full court press, trailing by 7. And it works. Jones rips it away and puts it in. Carlik Jones. A
little bit of everything, and also impressive his rebounding numbers. He does a nice job rebounding for a guy that's undersized.
Wong playing wide receiver, catches the Hail Mary and puts it up and in. Isaiah Wong up to a career high 30. Quickly back the other way. Davis rejected by the rim. Brooks trying to get the steal. Slazinski puts it up, and a foul. Made 2 and can cut it to a 4-point game with 2:21 to go. And he does. Perfect 3 for 3 from the line.
Now, if you're Louisville, you got beat the previous possession. Wong went long. You don't want to give up the home run ball.
Wong trapped in the corner, passes out of it. Miami successfully breaks the press that they've struggled with in crunch time.
Now, let's see how Louisville plays the ball screen. See if they blitz hard and see if they get the ball out of Wong's hand. Yeah, they double team him.
Wong in trouble, gives up the ball. Brooks puts his body on the line. At this point, it's going to be a shot clock violation either way. Here's Jones, pull up pop, left it short.
That's a pretty good look. Carlik Jones normally knocks that down off the crossover. That's a pretty clean pull-up jumper. He normally knocks that one down.
Cross for 3. He's got it! Matt Cross delivers his 4th 3 of the game, and Miami's lead is 7.
He has not played like a freshman tonight. Tough. That's a huge 3 by Matt Cross.
Withers trying to respond. He lost the ball. Miami can slow things down. Alani into attack mode. Almost ended it with authority. Instead, Louisville. Sam Williamson hits.
Making free throws and not turning the ball over, but they have to get it in, and you must, if you're Miami, not turn it over against this full court pressure.
Miami gets it in. Brooks in trouble. 2 big makes from Brooks. Louisville trailing by 7. They have a timeout. Lazinski a 3. No good. Jones, offensive rebound. Johnson has to hurry. He fires and hits. David Johnson delivers, and it's a 4-point Miami lead. Tipped on the inbound. Wong somehow rips it away. Isaiah Wong keeps it alive for Miami. Still double teamed. Hurricanes have a timeout. Great feed. Alani lays it in. How did Isaiah Wong do it? A magician to keep that possession alive.
Being strong with the ball. Again, you know Louisville's coming to double. You must protect the ball.
Tonight's player of the game brought to you by Zaxby's Isaiah Wong. No matter how this game ends.
Self a ball game and created another new career high.
He missed it though. Louisville alive. Only down 6. Jones, pull up 3. It's good. Carlik. Beverly has to get it in. Does to the freshman Cross.
Points. You cannot foul.
Cardinals have to hurry. Jones lets it roll to midcourt. Still rolling. Does pick it up. Now has to hurry. Beverly, great position on him. Chucks up a 3. No good. Follow and Dre Davis.
They were locked in, and they dominated inside the paint.
A short-handed Miami team dealing with 14. They cut it to 1, but just could never grab that lead.
Well, credit Miami. It was a team performance. Obviously, we're going to talk and give a lot of the credit to Wong, but make no mistake.